My husband joined what I thought was a legitimate business opportunity 6 months ago, but it turned out to be a multi-level marketing scheme that has morphed into something that looks increasingly like a cult, and now he's drained our savings, alienated our friends and family, and talks about his upline like they're prophets sent from God. He comes home from meetings at 11 p.m. with glazed eyes talking about abundance mindset and breaking free from the matrix, and when I try to talk to him about our mounting debt, he accuses me of being negative and not supporting his dreams. Last night, he told me he's taking out a second mortgage on our house to buy more inventory and invest in the leadership package, and when I said absolutely not, he told me I could either get on board or get out of his way. I'm watching the man I married disappear into this organization, and I don't know how to save him, or if I even can at this point, because he's so deep in indoctrination that he can't see what's happening to him. How it started. My husband, Derek, 35M, and I, Kate, 33F, have been married for 7 years. We met in college, both business majors, both ambitious and career-focused. After graduation, Derek got a solid job in sales at a pharmaceutical company. He was good at it, made decent money, got promotions, was on track for a comfortable middle-class life. I work as a project manager at a tech startup. Together, we were making around $180,000 a year, had bought a house 2 years ago, had a reasonable amount in savings. We weren't rich, but we were stable and happy. Derek had always been charismatic and social. He was the kind of guy who could talk to anyone, who made friends easily, who could sell ice to someone in Antarctica. It was one of the things I loved about him. He lit up every room he walked into. People were drawn to him. About 8 months ago, Derek reconnected with an old college friend named Brad at a wedding. Brad was doing really well. New car, designer clothes, talking about his business and how he'd achieved financial freedom at 32. Derek was impressed. Brad had been a mediocre student who'd bounced between jobs after graduation, so seeing him apparently successful was surprising. They exchanged numbers and started meeting up for coffee. Brad would talk about his business, something about health and wellness products, leveraging networks, being your own boss. It sounded vague, but Derek was intrigued. He'd been feeling restless at his job lately. Corporate politics, difficult boss, feeling undervalued. The idea of being his own boss appealed to him. Brad wants to bring me into his business, Derek told me one night. It's a health and wellness company. They have amazing products and an incredible compensation structure. He thinks I'd be great at it with my sales background. What company? I asked. It's called VitaCore. They do supplements, essential oils, wellness coaching. Brad's been with them for 3 years, and he's making 6 figures. I'd heard of VitaCore. It was an MLM, multi-level marketing pyramid scheme adjacent. I'd seen the John Oliver episode, read the articles about how 99% of people lose money in these things. Derek, that's a multi-level marketing company. Those are basically scams. It's not a scam, he said defensively. It's network marketing. It's a legitimate business model. Companies like Amway and Mary Kay have been doing it for decades. And most people in those companies lose money. The only people who profit are the ones at the top. That's because most people don't put in the work. Brad says the people who fail are the ones who quit too early or don't believe in themselves. He says if you're committed and follow the system, you can't fail. That's exactly what they tell everyone in these things. It's designed to make you blame yourself when it doesn't work instead of blaming the broken business model. We argued about it for an hour. I pulled up statistics, showed him articles, begged him to do more research. He accused me of being unsupportive and close-minded. I'm just going to a meeting, he finally said. Just to learn more. No commitment. Famous last words. The first meeting. Derek went to his first VitaCore meeting a week later. It was at a hotel conference room, about 100 people there. He came home at 10 p.m. absolutely buzzing with energy. Kate, it was incredible. The energy in that room was electric. People getting up and sharing their success stories, people who were broke and now they're making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. One woman paid off $100,000 in debt in 2 years. Another guy retired his wife so she could be a stay-at-home mom. These are regular people, just like us, who decided to take control of their financial future. Did they tell you how much you'd have to invest to start? There's a starter kit that's $499. That gets you a selection of products and access to the business system. Then there are optional leadership packages if you want to accelerate your growth. $499 just to start? That's nothing compared to what you'd spend starting a traditional business. And the products are amazing. I tried some of the samples. This energy supplement gave me focus like I haven't had in years. That's probably just caffeine, Derek. It's not just caffeine. It's a proprietary blend of natural ingredients. And people are getting real health results from these products. There was a guy there who lost 60 pounds using the weight loss system. I could see he was already hooked. That meeting had done exactly what it was designed to do: create excitement, promise transformation, make everyone feel like they were part of something special. Can we at least think about this for a few days before you spend $500? Brad says the people who succeed are the ones who make quick decisions. The people who overthink it and wait around are the ones who stay stuck in their old life. That's a sales tactic to pressure you into. Why are you being so negative about this? Why can't you just be happy that I found something I'm excited about? Because I love you, and I don't want to see you get hurt by something that's statistically designed to fail. He signed up the next day, paid the $499 on our joint credit card without telling me. For the first month, it seemed relatively harmless. Derek would spend a few hours a week posting about VitaCore products on social media, messaging friends about the amazing business opportunity, attending the weekly Tuesday night meetings. He bought products for us to use: supplements, essential oils, protein powder, cleaning supplies. They were overpriced but fine, I guess. Nothing special. He made a few small sales to friends and family who were probably just being supportive. He got excited about his first commission check, $37. I didn't have the heart to point out that he'd spent way more than that on inventory and starter kits. But he was happy. He had this new sense of purpose. He'd come home from his corporate job energized about building his side business. Brad was mentoring him, teaching him the system, introducing him to other people in the organization. Derek felt like he was part of a community. Brad's upline diamond is coming to speak next week, Derek told me one evening. His name is Marcus, and he's a multimillionaire. Brad says he's one of the most successful people in the entire company. He's going to share his secrets to success. His secrets are probably recruit more people, I muttered. Why do you have to be like that? I'm sorry. I just worry about you getting too invested in this. I'm barely invested at all. It's just a few hours a week. If it works out, great. If not, no big deal. But it was becoming a bigger deal. He started listening to VitaCore motivational content during his commute. He read books recommended by his upline: Think and Grow Rich, The Go-Giver, You Are a Badass. He started using phrases like abundance mindset and limiting beliefs and financial freedom. When Marcus the Diamond came to speak, Derek came home completely transformed. Kate, this guy started with nothing. He was working 2 jobs, barely making ends meet, living paycheck to paycheck. 5 years ago, he joined VitaCore, and now he makes $80,000 a month. He has a mansion, a Tesla. He takes his family on trips around the world. And he said anyone can do it if they're willing to work hard and believe in themselves. Did he show you proof of those earnings? Why would he lie? Because his income depends on recruiting people like you who think they can achieve the same thing. God, Kate, why are you so cynical? Why can't you just believe that good things are possible? That was the first time he accused me of being negative. It wouldn't be the last. The escalation. Month 2 is when things started escalating. Derek upgraded to the Silver Leadership Package for $2,000. This gave him more inventory, more training materials, and qualification for higher commission rates. He paid for it with our joint savings without asking me. When I confronted him, he said, "You have to spend money to make money." Marcus says the people who succeed are the ones who invest in themselves. Derek, we agreed to talk about any purchases over $500. This isn't a purchase. It's an investment in our future. Our future? I'm not part of this business. You could be. Brad's wife, Ashley, is his business partner, and they're killing it. They're about to hit silver rank. We could do this together. I don't want to do this together. I want you to stick to the agreement we made and not drain our savings on a scheme that statistically won't work. It's not a scheme. Why do you keep calling it that? We fought constantly. Derek started spending more time at VitaCore events, not just Tuesday meetings but Saturday training sessions, Sunday leadership calls, Thursday night prospecting workshops. He'd be gone 15 to 20 hours a week on top of his regular job. His posts on social media became more frequent and more aggressive. Stop trading time for money. You were not meant to work for someone else's dream. Who wants to fire their boss? Every post ended with "message me to learn more." Friends started avoiding him. His college buddy Mark told me privately that Derek had cornered him at a barbecue for 45 minutes trying to recruit him. I had to literally walk away mid-sentence. He wouldn't take no for an answer. Derek's relationship with his family deteriorated too. At his parents' 40th anniversary party, he tried to recruit his uncle and his cousin's husband. His mom pulled me aside. "What's going on with Derek? He's acting strange. He wouldn't stop talking about some business thing. He joined an MLM," I told her. "I've been trying to get him to quit, but he won't listen." "Oh no. My brother got involved in one of those years ago. Lost his life savings. You need to get Derek out before it's too late." But it was already getting too late. The identity shift. Month 3 is when Derek's entire personality started changing. He quit his pharmaceutical job, the stable job with benefits and a 401k match and upward mobility. Just gave 2 weeks' notice and walked away. "Why would I waste my time making someone else rich when I can build my own empire?" he said when I freaked out. "Because that job pays our mortgage. Because you have no guaranteed income from VitaCore. I'm investing in myself. Marcus says you have to burn the boats. You can't build a successful business if you have one foot out the door. Marcus is a predator who makes money off people like you. He doesn't care if you succeed or fail. Marcus has been more supportive of my dreams than you have. He believes in me. Why don't you?" That hurt. But what hurt more was that it was working. Whatever they were doing to him, it was working. Derek was becoming a different person. He started dressing differently. More flashy. Designer shirts he couldn't afford. A Rolex that I'm pretty sure was fake. "You have to look successful to be successful," he explained. He changed his social media bio to entrepreneur, health and wellness advocate, helping people achieve financial freedom. His profile picture was him in a suit pointing at the camera with a cheesy motivational quote overlaid. He started cutting off friends who expressed doubt about VitaCore. His best friend since high school, Tyler, told him he was concerned about how much money Derek was spending. Derek blocked him. "I can't have negative energy in my life," Derek said. Tyler is stuck in a poverty mindset. He became obsessed with the VitaCore rank structure. There were levels: consultant, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, double diamond, presidential diamond. Each level required recruiting a certain number of people and generating a certain amount of sales volume. Derek was desperate to hit silver. "Once I hit silver, everything changes," he said. "I'll qualify for the car bonus and the leadership bonuses. I'll start making real money." To hit silver, he needed to recruit 5 people who each maintained at least $200 in monthly sales. He'd recruited 2 so far: his cousin, who did it to be nice and never actually sold anything, and a former coworker, who quit after 1 month. He needed 3 more. He became ruthless about prospecting. Every conversation, every interaction, every social situation became an opportunity to recruit. We couldn't go to dinner without him trying to pitch the waitress. We couldn't get gas without him handing the attendant a business card. It was exhausting and embarrassing. The financial collapse. By month 4, we were in serious financial trouble. Derek had spent $499 starter kit $2,000 silver leadership package $5,000 in inventory. The garage was full of boxes of supplements and oils, $1,500 on marketing materials and business cards, $800 on attending the regional VitaCore conference, $300/month on mandatory business building tools and training subscriptions, $200/month on product auto ship, required to stay active in the business. Countless smaller expenses on gas driving to meetings, coffee for prospecting appointments, meals with potential recruits. Total, over $12,000 invested. Total earned, about $400 in commissions. We'd blown through our emergency savings. We had $8,000 in credit card debt that didn't exist 6 months ago. We were behind on our mortgage payment for the first time ever. I sat Derek down with a spreadsheet. Look at these numbers. You've lost $11,600 in 4 months. That's not a business, that's a hobby. An expensive hobby we can't afford. You're only looking at the short term. Marcus took 2 years before he was profitable. You have to invest before you see returns. That's how business works. No, that's how pyramid schemes work. They make you keep investing with the promise of future returns that never come. I'm about to hit silver. Once I hit silver, the income will start flowing. You're not close to hitting silver. You have 2 people in your downline who barely sell anything. You need 3 more people and they all need to be actively selling. Where are you going to find 3 people? I have prospects. I've been talking to a lot of people. Talking to people isn't the same as recruiting them. And even if you recruit them, they'll probably quit within a month like most people do. That's because most people don't have the commitment. I'm different. You're not different. You're doing exactly what they designed you to do. Spend money, recruit people, blame yourself when it doesn't work. He stood up. I can't do this with you anymore. You're toxic. You're holding me back. Marcus says people who don't support your dreams don't deserve to be in your life. I'm your wife. Then act like it. Support me instead of tearing me down. He left. Went to stay at Brad's house for 3 days. When he came back, he was even more entrenched in Vitacore ideology. The cult aspects. It wasn't until I started researching MLMs more deeply that I realized what was happening. Derek wasn't just in a bad business opportunity. He was in a cult. All the warning signs were there. Love bombing. When Derek first joined, everyone was so welcoming, so supportive, so enthusiastic about his potential. Brad and Marcus and the whole upline showered him with attention and praise. You're going to be a superstar. You have what it takes. We're so glad you're part of the family. Special language. Vitacore had its own vocabulary. Upline and downline and prospecting and business building. They talked about mindset constantly. Negative people had a scarcity mindset and limiting beliefs. Successful people had an abundance mindset and were dream builders. Us versus them mentality. Vitacore constantly positioned itself against the outside world. People with regular jobs were sleepwalking through life and trapped in the rat race. Anyone who criticized Vitacore or MLMs in general was negative or jealous or stuck in a poverty mindset. Isolation from critics. Derek was encouraged to cut off anyone who didn't support his Vitacore business. Friends, family, even me, if we expressed doubt, we were labeled dream stealers and Derek was told to distance himself from us. Time control. The constant meetings, calls, training sessions, conferences, it kept Derek busy and gave him no time to think critically about what he was doing. Every spare moment was filled with Vitacore content. Financial manipulation. The constant pressure to invest more, buy more inventory, upgrade to the next leadership level. They'd frame it as investing in yourself rather than what it actually was, funneling money to the people above you. Loaded language about quitting. Vitacore taught that quitting was the worst thing you could do. Winners never quit. You're always one sale away from success. The only way to fail is to give up. This made it psychologically difficult for Derek to walk away even when it was clearly not working. Magical thinking. The emphasis on mindset and manifestation and believing in yourself created this pseudo-religious atmosphere where success was portrayed as inevitable if you just believed hard enough. It put the blame on the individual rather than the exploitative system. I found online forums for former MLM participants. The stories were horrifying. People who'd lost 6 figures, destroyed their marriages, declared bankruptcy, alienated everyone they knew. And they all described the same psychological manipulation Derek was experiencing. I tried to show Derek these resources. Look, these are people who are in Vitacore and other MLMs. They're explaining how the manipulation works. Those are quitters, he said. People who gave up and now want to make excuses for their failure. Or, they're people who got out of an exploitative system and are trying to warn others. I'm not listening to this negativity. He started sleeping in the guest room because he said my energy was affecting his manifestation potential. The second mortgage threat. Last week, Derek announced he wanted to take out a second mortgage on our house. $50,000 to invest in the presidential leadership package, the highest tier. This would give him massive inventory, qualification for the highest commission rates, and supposedly fast-track him to diamond level. Marcus did this when he was where I am now, Derek said. He took out a loan, invested big, and within a year, he was making 6 figures a month. Sometimes you have to risk big to win big. Absolutely not. I will not let you put our house at risk for this. It's not your decision. My name is on the mortgage too. You need my signature to take out a second mortgage. I won't sign. Then I'll do a personal loan. With what income? You don't have a job. I'll figure it out. Marcus knows some lenders who work with entrepreneurs. You mean predatory lenders who charge insane interest rates? I'm doing this with or without your support. Then you're doing it without me. If you take out that loan, I'm filing for divorce. He looked at me like I'd slapped him. You'd leave me because I'm pursuing my dreams? I'd leave you because you're destroying our life for a cult that's brainwashed you into thinking failure is success and debt is investment. It's not a cult. Derek, listen to yourself. You've isolated yourself from everyone who cares about you. You've drained our savings. You quit your job. You're talking about taking out a $50,000 loan for a business that's lost you money every single month. Does that sound rational to you? It sounds like someone who's willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. It sounds like someone who's been indoctrinated. He told me I had 1 week to decide, support him or leave. He's staying at Brad's house again. I've consulted a divorce attorney and I'm preparing to file. But I keep thinking, is there a way to save him? Is there something I can do or say that will break through the programming? Is he too far gone? Intervention attempt. I decided to try one last thing before filing for divorce. I organized an intervention. I got Derek's parents, his brother, his best friend Tyler, and his old boss from the pharmaceutical company, people he used to trust and respect before VitaCore. I also invited a woman named Rachel who I'd found through an ex-MLM support group. She'd been in VitaCore for 3 years before getting out. She'd lost $80,000 and was willing to share her story. I didn't tell Derek what we were doing. I just told him we needed to have a family meeting to discuss finances. He came reluctantly. When he walked in and saw everyone sitting in our living room, his face went dark. What is this? We're worried about you, his mother said. We want to talk. Is this an ambush? It's an intervention, I said. Because we love you and we're watching you destroy your life. He turned to leave. Tyler blocked the door.
Come on, man.
Just hear us out. Derek sat down, arms crossed, face closed off. His father spoke first. Son, you've always been smart and capable. That's why it's so hard to watch you get pulled into something that's taking advantage of those qualities. We're not here to criticize you. We're here to help you see what's happening. You don't understand the business. I understand that you've spent over $12,000 and haven't made a profit, I said. I'm building an asset. You can't judge a business in just 6 months. Rachel spoke up. I was in VitaCore for 3 years. I achieved silver rank. I was told I was successful, that I just needed to keep investing, keep recruiting, keep believing. I lost $80,000. I destroyed my credit. I alienated my friends and family. And do you know what my upline told me when I finally quit? That I failed because I didn't believe hard enough. That it was my fault. That's what they'll tell you too, Derek. Your situation is different from mine. That's what I said about people who quit before me. I thought I was different, that I was special, that I'd be one of the success stories. But the system isn't designed for you to succeed. It's designed to extract money from you. Derek's brother showed him a tablet with a documentary about MLMs pulled up. Watch this. Just 20 minutes. If after watching it you still believe VitaCore is legitimate, we'll back off. Derek watched, but I could see him mentally checking out. When Marcus's name was mentioned in the documentary, the millionaire Derek worshipped, as someone who'd been sued multiple times for deceptive business practices, Derek scoffed. This is propaganda from people who failed. His old boss tried a different angle. Derek, I know you felt undervalued at the company. I should have communicated better about your future there. Your job is still available if you want it back. You're talented, you're smart, you have a real future in sales. Don't throw that away. I don't want to work for someone else. Then start a real business. Use your sales skills as a consultant. Do something legitimate. This is legitimate. We went in circles for 2 hours. Every fact we presented, he had a counterargument programmed by VitaCore. Every concern we raised, he framed as negativity. Every person in that room was labeled a dream stealer or jealous or stuck in a poverty mindset. Finally, Rachel said something that seemed to land. Derek, I know you think you're investing in a business, but what you're really doing is funding Marcus's lifestyle. Every dollar you spend on VitaCore products, on leadership packages, on conferences, the majority of that money goes to your upline. Marcus makes money whether you succeed or fail. In fact, he makes more money if you fail because you'll keep investing trying to make it work. You're not his business partner. You're his customer. Derek was quiet for a moment. Then, I need to leave. Derek, his mother started.
No.
I'm not listening to this. You're all trying to sabotage me because you're scared I'll be successful and it'll make you feel bad about your own choices. He left. The intervention failed. Where I am now. It's been a week since the intervention. Derek is still at Brad's. He sent me a few texts. I'm disappointed you orchestrated that attack on me. Marcus says this is a test of my commitment. People always try to pull you down when you're about to break through. I'm taking out the loan. I found a lender. This is happening. I've filed for divorce. I met with a lawyer, and we're separating our finances as much as legally possible. I'm trying to protect the house, but I'm terrified Derek will find a way to leverage it anyway. His parents are devastated. His brother is furious. Tyler says he feels like his best friend died and was replaced with a robot who only speaks in motivational quotes. I'm grieving. The man I married, funny, kind, genuine Derek, is gone. In his place is this hollow shell who speaks in cult language and can't see he's being exploited. I keep waiting for him to wake up, to hit rock bottom, to have a moment of clarity. But the deeper he gets, the more impossible that seems. The worst part is seeing other people get recruited. Brad brought 2 new people to Tuesday's meeting, according to Derek's social media. 2 more people who'll get love-bombed and manipulated and financially exploited. And Derek is part of that now. He's not just a victim, he's becoming a perpetrator. To anyone reading this, if your spouse or partner or family member is getting involved in an MLM, please act fast. The longer they're in, the harder it is to get them out. Red flags to watch for. Secretive about the company name or evasive when you ask questions talks about financial freedom and being your own boss, constant meetings and training sessions, pressure to buy inventory or pay for leadership packages, recruiting friends and family, using loaded language like mindset and abundance, and dream stealers, cutting off people who express concern, spending more than they're earning, personality changes, becoming more aggressive or defensive. If they're already in deep, I don't know if intervention works. Mine didn't. But maybe yours will. Maybe your person isn't as far gone as Derek. I hope not. I hope you can save them before they lose everything like Derek is about to. Update 1 month later. Derek took out a $35,000 personal loan at 22% interest. He invested it all in VitaCore. He's now over $50,000 in debt with no income. He missed 2 mortgage payments on the house. I had to cover them to protect my credit. The divorce is proceeding. Brad's wife, Ashley, messaged me privately. She said she's leaving Brad. She said she's been trying to get Brad out of VitaCore for a year, and she can't do it anymore. She said Derek is in deep, and she's sorry. Derek's parents tried to stage another intervention. Derek didn't show up. Last I heard, Derek still hasn't hit silver rank. He's recruited 1 new person who quit after 3 weeks. He's posting motivational content on social media every day. The struggle is part of the journey. Pressure makes diamonds. Success is right around the corner. I don't know if he'll ever wake up. I hope he does. I hope he hits rock bottom soon before he loses anything else. But I can't wait for him anymore. I have to save myself. The house will sell next month. I'm moving in with my sister. I'm starting therapy to process the grief of losing someone who's still alive. Derek chose Vidacor over everything. Over me, over his family, over his financial security, over reality itself. I hope it was worth it. If you or someone you love is involved in an MLM and needs support, visit our/anti-MLM or look for ex-MLM support groups. You're not alone.